Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Coliseum of Spectacle and Delight. We are in Historic. First off, hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Get that out of the way. Elementals. I tangled a little bit with Elementals when they were in Standard because I thought Omnath, Locus of the Roil was amazing, but now with the Historic, we get access to a couple new toys. Not to mention, I really want to see if Pyre of Heroes is worth it as a little mini birthing pod-esque effect, Prime Speaker, Vanifire, however you want to look at it, Neo form. I only have it as a 2 of because honestly, I'm not 100% on it. It's like I like it there, but then at the same time, you know, when you're sacking things like with Birthing Pod and making your way up the chain in order to get some really cool combo at the end, you don't mind about the fodder along the way. But in this case, it's like I kind of like it, even though I've put in something clearly that is here as fodder to be sacked to get something better. Same with the Scampering Scorcher. At the same time, it's like you have Tangled Florahedron, Cloud. I mean, you have a couple things you like to sack, but most of the elementals I usually like to keep them in play unless the sack is gain winning. So, yeah, we'll play it by ear. For now, I've just got it as a 2 of. However, it is a very powerful engine. So let's take a look here. For those who are not aware, Elementals was a very powerful tribe prior to M20 rotating, thanks to basically these two cards front and center. We have Risen Reef, 3 mana for 1/1. When it or another elemental enters the battlefield you control, you look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, draw it. So basically, either draw a card or ramp. It's a fantastic card. This is the prime reason to play this card. The secondary reasons: number 1, Omnath, Locus of the Roil, 3/3 for 4, enters the battlefield, shoots anything, damage equal to the number of elementals you control, and then when a land enters the battlefield in your control, you get a +1/+1 counter on target elemental. If you control 8 or more lands, you get to draw a card. So, very powerful engine. Nice little beater, and like I said, just I love the animation because the hand comes out of the god and just eats whatever you target. The other thing, Brushfire Elemental. This one's relatively new, but this is an insanely good addition to this deck. It just gives it that strength, that power to get through and power through. So I mean, like, along with Akoum Hellhound. I mean, we've had some nice, Zendikar brought some nice elementals, but M20 was where it was at. Aside from, and of course, Cavalier of Thorns. Oh, the entire Cavalier crew is pretty sweet. I like, you know, how do I think about it? Now that I'm like sitting here thinking about it, maybe I'll do 3 Cavalier of Thorns and 1 Cavalier of Flame. Cavalier of Flame, 6/5 for 5. For white and a colorless, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. So, because of the Pyre of Heroes, there is a situation where it's like, you know, do we want to get something to basically finish the game once our board has been developed, or just something insanely crazy? I'm going to go with yes. So, Cavalier of Thorns is generally the better Cavalier because it ramps, it has reach, and then you get something back when it dies. But Cavalier of Flame, I think it's going to be a nice little finisher here. We'll try it out. You never know. Outside of that, because we're playing Elementals, we get Kaheera as a free Lord/companion. I put one in the main deck, again, just to, if I need to search out a Lord alongside they're basically, you know, this is if we need a Lord. If we need to trade our 2-drop into a Lord, there he is. Or there she is, I forget. Otherwise, Cloudkin Seer is here to, you know, hey, let's get this chain moving. Let's activate Pyre, get rid of a 2-drop, probably a Tangled Florahedron or something. Go find Cloudkin Seer, draw a card. Next turn, we can turn Cloudkin Seer into something better. So it's here for fodder, but at the same time, a Lord wins games. And being able to turn one of our 2-drops, like a Leafkin Druid that's not doing anything, into a Lord, we could win games that way, theoretically. Aside from that, a lot of familiar faces. Creeping Trailblazer, another mini Lord that can pump and get pretty big himself. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. I got a Yasharn in the main, one on the board, just for that sack matchup. Debating going up to 3, but that's the deck. The only thing outside of there is Unclaimed Territory. If you haven't seen this, it's a pretty sweet uncommon. Basically, it's a rainbow land that makes colorless for creatures of a chosen type. Happen to be, we have all creatures of the same type, with the exception, again, Kaheera. But Kaheera's here more to be tutored. Now I could just take Kaheera out. If I took Kaheera out, I'd probably just put in a second Yasharn. Keep the 3rd in the board for that SAG matchup. It's not the worst idea, but I do feel like having a Lord that I can tutor for is worth... Oh, wait, I'm so dumb. I can't do that. Duh, has to be the same creature type. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Well, if that's the case, let's just put in that Yasharn. It's either Yasharn or... Duh. It's either Yasharn or another 3-drop, but I think the 3-drops are fine for now. Maybe I'll look at some other lists and see what other people are doing in that 3-drop slot. It is if we even like Pyre of Heroes. Like, if we were to drop the Pyre of Heroes, we could just we could pretty much transform this. We could probably do, let's see, Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. I've got big Chandra on the sideboard, but Acolyte of Flame's a pretty good one. Yeah, so if I were to drop the Pyre of Heroes, I think the first thing I would reach for is Acolyte of Flame. Just because the 2/1/1s may seem like they're nothing, but if we have a Lord or Risen Reef, they're just, it's a value engine. So that is something to consider down the line. Let's take a look at this sideboard. A lot of normal staples here, so I'm not going to concentrate too much on them. Grafdigger's Cage, Aether Gust, Negate, Upgrade, Mystical Dispute, Yasharn, like we talked about earlier. I like that there's 3 total now. It's nice. And then Chandra, I've got her as a 3 of because A, there's just so much Azorius control floating around. And B, more than just Azorius control, any mid-range deck, we can bring this in. Because that second ability, 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. It's a one-sided rat. Or I guess I shouldn't say rat. It's a one-sided, oh, pick your poison. Sweltering Suns, Anger of the Gods, whatever. It's a one-sided. Or it just zaps a creature at the end with that minus. But Chandra's just an amazing card, and this is the one deck where it almost shines because we do have plenty of ramp and plenty of elementals. So I like her as a 3 of on the board. Might actually be worth putting her in the main. So, like, I mean, if we, in a world where we didn't have Pyre of Heroes, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 4. Because this would just turn back into the 4th Cavalier of Thorns. We'd have 2. We could easily just do 2 Acolyte of Flame and 2 Awakened Inferno in the main. That seems a little iffy. Maybe not. Maybe 1 Awakened Inferno in the main, 2 in the board, and something else. Maybe keep the Cavalier. Who knows? But anywho, that is the deck. Let's get into those games. They must know I hate Mondays, so they're giving me the play. Yeah, it seems reasonable. We can either go turn 1 Florahedron tapped. Nah, I think I'll just fetch a forest, play that Florahedron turn 2. Sure, let's do it. I wonder if we're playing against Grixis or if it just happens to be Grixis. I do love the sleeves. Keep mulling, opponent. You'll find it. What is this thing? Is that a time bug? Oh, that's a pretty cool one. No touchy. No touchy time bug. No touchy time bug. He don't like being touched. Sacred Foundry, eh? So is it a Jeskai type control list, or what do we think? Oh, I guess we'll just go... Let's play the Florahedron. It probably just means Risen Reef into nothing next turn, but we'll see what our opponent does. If he has a removal spell, I'd rather he used it there. So all we saw was a Sacred Foundry and Bolas sleeves. Could have been aggro, could have been control. I'm guessing, I mean, all he saw was, hey, that's a scary Tangled Florahedron. Do we want to change anything with no knowledge? I guess theoretically the best thing to bring in would be Chandra, because it's against aggro or control. It's a pretty good card. So if that's the case, I could just take out the Pyre engine for a couple Chandras or the Yasharns. I don't think we're going to be getting too much love out of Yasharn here, so we could do something like that. That way it's kind of a safe, you know, like, well, we have an end game against control. We have an answer against aggro. It's a safe sideboard after we saw literally Sacred Foundry into Scoop. So, sure. I'm assuming he kept a 1-lander. Saw that we had more than 1 land and did not draw a 2nd land. But then again, I do not know. Okay, this seems awesome. Again, Fabled Passage. We can either go Leafkin Druid or... Oh, man. There she is. Let's go fetch out an island so we have access to blue. A lot of double red, but I want to get that Omnath on the battlefield, so... Yep. I was actually just debating if I wanted to play the Tangled Florahedron tapped, then play the Leafkin Druid, but they'd be fine. What? Mardu? Birth of Meletis? Okay, so it is a form of control, I think. Maybe it's more of a, maybe it's a, oh, nope, can't do that. I was about to do it, too. Let's get out of Stomp range. Maybe it's a Doom Foretold deck, you know? But I would have thought it would have had Yorion. Yorion! But without Yorion, I don't know. That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Okay. Oh, snap. That's an interesting draw. We could just sack the Leafkin Druid and go get Risen Reef, but I think I'd rather just double 2-drop here. Because then our... I don't know, because if we walk into a Wrath of God next turn, it's not going to be good for us. So we could either Omnath, shoot him for 2, or we could double 2-drop. Or Pyre, and Tangled Florahedron's not the worst either, so we could do that. You know what? Nah, I think what I'm going to do here is just go get the Risen Reef. It may just die to a Stomp, but let's find out. Nice. Alright. So we got a land drop in the form of Flint and Tangled Florahedron, and then we can just start throwing out elementals. Should I be surprised? No. Alright, let's see what else he's got. Well, there's another one. Don't really want him to die, but he might just have to. Unfortunate. But we at least have the land, so that's something. And so now we're just going to start mashing elementals as much as we can. There's the Bone Crusher Giant we knew was there. Because why wouldn't they have it? Sure, sure, sure. So how many times do I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? That's not what I meant. That's what I meant. Nice. Alright. We can set up for a Cavalier of Flame next turn, or we can just actually, Chandra, eh? Indeed. Alright, let's think this through. We don't have a land yet. He's got... So we gotta be able to... find a land here. I think we start with the Trailblazer. Yeah, let's do it. We did not find a land. I'm gonna decide, are we gonna use the Pyre of Heroes this turn or no? Without a land, it makes it a bit difficult. Could just continue to play things. Play the second Trailblazer. Set up for a big turn next turn. I mean, 2 damage a turn isn't gonna kill us anytime soon, so do we want... Brushfire Elemental. I think I'm actually going to go with the Leafkin Druid because I sense a Wrath coming, and I can't quite put my finger on why that is. So we are going to do this. This way next turn we can set up for an even bigger... Good gravy. I love cards as much as the next guy, but nothing's going to get through his defense. So at least now the Omnath can either slam down, or we can slam down this Cavalier and go nuts like that. That'll probably be the better plan. Okay. I think it's just you. Okay. Well then. I guess we'll just do it this way, eh?
What a warm reception.
Yeah, we probably lost this one. Not gonna lie. We let our opponent get to Ruinous Ultimatum, so we're definitely gonna be bringing in negates, who knows.
Let's get toasty.
Let's down to 8. Oof. Haven't even touched my opponent yet. Cavalier of Thorns, probably not gonna do it. Let's see here. Let's kill that guy. Do I just ignore the Chandra? No, that's really all he's got right now. Ruinous Ultimatum. Well. But I could take the Chandras right back out.
Looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
Apparently. Good enough for me. Yeah. Okay, so it is Mardu control deck. That's fine. I'll get rid of the Chandras, give me back the negates, give me the Aether Gusts. And win! Okay. Sunday K. I don't know what it is. That was weird, but acceptable. I mean, not gonna give Taurus in the mouth. All right, what we got? Okay. Why not? Turn 2 Pyre, turn 3, oh, might not matter, actually. Got Aetherworks Marvel up in here. So we got Pyre, we've got Pyre Fodder. We can go find, what's he got? Gilt Sleeve Siphoner, nice. Can't do anything about that. Give me an Elemental, Leafkin Druid. Gonna pay the energy. This will be a little telling. Draw the card, or is he does. Good. Good. Glint Sleeve Siphoner is so good. I should stop being stingy and get a playset for party time. I mean, it's a pretty effective rogue. I will elect not to block. Mostly because it does menace. I thought it was Aetherworks Marble. It might just be Sultai aggro. If he kills the Leafkin Druid, we'll just lead on the Cloudkin Seer. Not too worried about it. If he uses a removal spell on the Leafkin Druid. No. At least I got double Pyre of Heroes. Might just be better this turn, instead of running out the Pyre of Heroes, to run out the Cloudkin Seer, draw a card so that Pyre of Heroes can turn the Cloudkin Seer into nevermind. Into an Omnath to kill the Glint Sleeve Siphoner. That's a good one. Alright, well. Stick to the plan, I suppose. Let's go find our good friend Risen Reef. Which does mean next turn Cavalier of Thorns gets to come down, which is fantastic. Kind of makes me wish I had some epic 6-drop elemental, but what are you gonna do? Nice. I think this is just Sultai. Well, I don't know. We could get Aetherworks Marveled at any moment, so who knows? Nice. Looks like just a Sultai energy aggro, so expect like Rogue Refiners, Attune with Ether. It's weird that they went Sultai instead of Teamer. Ooh, kablamo! Got him. That's a good one. But I do believe we're just going to keep on this plan. Oof. That's a lot of threats. Next turn we can either Creeping Trailblazer into Risen Reef again, or something happens to our Cavalier. We can at least start getting some damage in. Maybe. Creeping Trailblazer. We'll see what we draw. If he kills the Cavalier, let's just get back to Risen Reef. Then we can go Risen Reef into Trailblazer, into either Risen Reef or whatever, and start building up a board. Or... nah. I was going to say, or we could get the Cloudkin back, sack the Cloudkin to go get Omnath to kill the Siphoner that keeps refilling my opponent's hand. But there's the Refiner. Alright. So this is just like a straight up energy aggro, which is great. Haven't seen something like this in ages. Trying to remember what removal they played. They didn't play Harness Lightning. What did they play? Maybe it's just black removal. Tyrant Scorn, Cast Down, Heartless Act, you know. Okay, well that takes that out of that. Okay, well in that case... yeah, I think in that case we just double Elemental. I'll jump put the counter on him so that if Heartless Act is in my opponent's deck, then it can't kill it. And then next turn I may actually Pyre away the Trailblazer for a Risen Reef. Bye, Rogue Refiner. Smash. Again, if he does kill the Cavalier, it's an easy just grab the Risen Reef type situation. Otherwise, next turn may... Actually, my next turn may just be get Kaheera, play Kaheera, and attack with everybody. Because we're not in the worst position now. This guy can get pretty big. Oh, no. It's for each other elemental. So he can get +2/+2. So yeah, Kaheera's looking pretty good depending on what we draw. Unless my opponent has, like... Damnation? Crux of Fate? Even, odd, so... Extinction Event. No, not the Maelstrom Pulse. That's a good one, too. Nice. You got it. Well, then. Is that better than... Yeah, we can just play the Omnath, kill the Siphoner, get the Kaheera. Yeah. Just do it that way. It might have been better to hold... Nah. I said it might have been better to hold off on the Kaheera. That way it doesn't get Thoughtseized, but if my opponent Thoughtseizes me, he's at 4 against this board, and I think I'm okay with that. Alright, 4 cards in hand, opponent. What you got for me? What you got? It's not... I guess it could be Aetherworks Marvel. Oh my glory, that's insanely awesome. Okay. What needs to happen here? What can we do against this thing? Let me think for a moment. I have an idea. I think what we do... Play Kaheera. Think... If I can sack... He's at 6. He'll have to sack... No, he doesn't have to do anything. I could sack the Omnath, go get Cavalier of Flame. How many lands are in here? None, so it doesn't do anything there. Discard at least the Pyre, draw a new card, and then give him haste. That's not the worst idea in the world, but I do lose Omnath by this plan. Alright, let's try it. Coma. Did not anticipate Coma. Can't stop both of them now. Just discard the Pyre of Heroes. I would keep that. Well, I'd love to do that, but we gotta give everybody +1/+0 haste. Otherwise, this is gonna be a very, very short attack. Yeah. Let's get in there. Sorry, Omnath. I do love you, brother. Yep, block the big one. Block the big one. Surprised he didn't use that ability to tap someone down before this happened. It doesn't remove him from combat, does it? No, it just taps him. Yeah. Anything else, kind sir? Oh, he's got something. He's looking at my graveyard. No, there's no lands in there, man. He ain't gonna hurt you, but you are dead to the rest of the damage, unless I'm missing something. Oh no. What's going on over there? No, you're too late to use the Coma to stop anything else. Oh, sure. Okay then. Oh, I hear Daisy. Daisy, what are you doing now? Oh, there's a jogger. Okay, sounds like she's calmed down. So I'm bringing in the Abrades for some of the weenier creatures, especially if we can stop the Siphoner earlier. Where I took out the Yasharns because I don't think they're going to do anything for us in this matchup. I'm just debating if anything else needs to come in. Coma, huh? Makes me wonder if there is an Aetherworks Marvel and he just never saw it. If Negate or Mystical Dispute should come in. I mean, we got the Abrade. I guess we'll just hold off. If we see it, we can bring in the Grafdigger's Cage or whatever. But for now, let's just run it back. For now, it really does just look like you know, Sultai energy aggro with overcosted but impressive endgame. My natural instinct is to believe there is an Aetherworks Marvel hiding in there somewhere, because I just, you know, you have all these low to the ground creatures. Why would you? It's either you, okay, so it's either you play the aggro route and you use energy for your resources, or you go the Aetherworks Marvel route and use energy for that goal, meaning you are scrimping and saving your energy, or you have an abundance of it by the artifact. The one, gain 3 life, add 3 energy. I'm suddenly forgetting. Okay. This one could be a nombo, but the Pyre of Heroes is what's making me keep it. Oh, now it just got good. Okay. Let's get the Hellhound out. Turn 2, Shock. Pyre of Heroes, get in for 2. Turn 3, Shock. Cloudkin Seer. It's going to be an ouchy kind of game, but that's maybe not. Yeah, let's just get the Leafkin Druid out there now. Unless he's setting up for something more. God, I can even see the art. What is that artifact? It's going to drive me crazy now. Enters the battlefield. Gain 3 life and 3 energy. Double green. Ah, yeah. Very good. Is there any way we can get around this guy aside from just attacking into him? Because if we're just going to attack into him, then I think I'd rather just go get. Let's see, the only 2 drops we can get another Leafkin Druid. I could play the Seer, which isn't the worst idea. Yeah. Or we could Pyre him away, but I think we'll go with the Seer. Just draw a card here. That'll work. I'm happy to trade this. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of 2 drops for us to I mean, there are. I could just go get could have gotten Creeping Trailblazer, but it doesn't change anything. I mean, I could have then attacked. No, because then he could just block it. So it's better to get his threat off the board. Attune with Aether. You got it. Because now we can just Windmill Slam Cavalier of Thorns for the rest of this game. And eventually turn this Seer into an Omnath. Nice. Rogue Refiner Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. 2, 3, 4. Ow. Perfect. Okay. So I want to hold the land. Yes. Maybe. Cavalier of Thorns. If he kills the Cavalier, we're just going to grab Omnath. No reason not to. Play the Omnath. Shoot the Rogue Refiner. Otherwise, I'm probably going to Pyre of Heroes away the Cloudkin Seer to kill that Rogue Refiner. That works. Sure. He did. He should have waited. He could have got all of them. Yeah, let's just grab Omnath. Surely you saw that coming. Surely. Yeah, sure. Take a Cavalier, I imagine. Sure. Down to 14. Will he attack? He will attack. Ow. Oh, come on, Daisy. What is going on out there? Oh, there's a... Oh, no, there's a... Oh, great. Oh, boy. All right, my turn, sorry. I'll go out and yell at her after this game, I promise. All right, he only has 1 blue open, although this could be Mystical Dispute. I have to pause this. Survey crew. He's barking at a survey crew, but it looks like they're gone. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 mana away. Fairy Vandal. Oh, he's got the combo. Oh, snap. Well, that's pretty good. Except we don't have enough red. I was going to search that out. Dang it. Okay, so what do we got? 2, 4. Let's play Pyre of Heroes. Let's go get Risen Reef. Guess we'll make him bigger now. Let's name Elemental. Sweet. So now let's go with the Evasion. Let's go with the Omnath. Nice. Oh, Risen Reef, baby, getting that engine going. Nice. Alright, so we got a Coma to deal with next turn, I imagine. But luckily, this Cavalier of Flame is going to make it look oh so good. So we should have enough to do it once, right? Yes. He is losing the life. If he Windmill Slams the Coma, I think we'll be okay. We only have enough mana to do it once. Or we can just go get Kaheera. Kaheera is pretty good too. There it is. Coma, 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 cosmos, event. So we'll get one dude out of this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, rating's on the wall. Booyah! Not bad at all. Alright, on the play. This seems very good. We shall keep it. Akoum Hellhound. So Akoum Hellhound, Tangled Florahedron, Omnath. We got a nice little curve formed here. Need that third land, otherwise we'll have to play the Tangled Florahedron tapped. Yes. Mull opponent, mull into oblivion. Man, I've been pretty impressed by Elementals so far. I'm still like having this internal debate about whether or not Pyre of Heroes is necessary. Well, necessary is the wrong word. As a 2 of, well, no, if it should be more, should be less. If we should just go straight up Elementals, and like I said, bring in the Chandras. I don't know. The Pyres at least won us a game. Maybe 2, debatably. Oh, boy. Looks like a matchup for our Chandras. There's a Brushfire Elementals up in here. Oh, maybe not. Looks like Bant. No land. Unfortunate. That was an odd stick. Censor me, bro! Actually, I'd rather have this censored than next turn's Omnath. Growth Spiral. Yep. It's like the only thing I can think of that would hold a stick there is probably Growth Spiral. So, looks like we're up against some kind of Bant control. Now he finds the land. I don't really want to get censored. But at the same time, I want the +1/+1 counter. We have a backup on that. That'll be alright. Sure. That works. Get him. Next turn we can get this Cavalier of Thorns. I'm actually alright with him using the Saw It coming on the Omnath when we A have a backup and B have the, like I said, the Cavalier hanging out. Ooh. Nissa time? Hero of Dominaria! Well done. Now I think I am going to play the Omnath. Let's see what he untaps. Interesting. Alternatively, we could get rid of the Tangled Florahedron. See, if I get the Omnath, I can't. I can play the Omnath. I can knock this to 1 because I don't have a land drop to make. So I think Or we could just windmill slam the Cavalier, but he's kind of... The only thing he's representing right now is Censor. And I don't want to get censored this time. So I think what we're going to do is... We're going to play the value game. Yeah. Let's go get Risen Reef here. Nah, I was thinking Cloudkin Seer, but nah. Let's hit a land. Awesome. If we hit another land, that would be fantastic. Perfect. Let's try to distract and get this fairy. I've never heard that one before. Stop that, you. Whoa. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit of a relief. I don't think I'm gonna devote any more attention to the Teferi depending on what my opponent does. I just want to get it low enough where it can't tuck my next couple plays. Because right now we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Narset. Wrath o' God, eh? You think he's got a counterspell for this Omnath? He does. A disdainful stroke, even. What I was originally thinking of doing was playing the Omnath, sacking it, and getting Cavalier of Flames to just end this game right now. But now I gotta think. I guess I can go with the alternate route. Ugh, let's hope he doesn't have that sensor, or else this is going to be embarrassing because I did not have what I thought I had. That's right, I needed the Omnath to resolve, then I had the 2 mana. Duh. Huh, now I only have 1. Well, I can attempt to kill the Hero Dominaria. I don't care too much about the Narset, although that does open us up to commit. We're going to get wiped next turn, so what's the best way to... that's what I'm thinking. Alright. Alright. Let's just send them both at the hero. Just in case. I don't know what my opponent could have, but... Seal away, maybe. Let's get the Hero of Dominaria off the board before we get board wiped. The good news is, he board wipes, we Cavalier. Oh, that's it. That's all I got. That's the good news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we hit an untapped land, we can Kaheera as well. But let's see what opponent finds here. Explore. Yep. Yeah, if we hit on untapped land, we can Cavalier into Kaheera. There it goes. You got it, boss. And we did. Oh, no, we can't. We don't have double... Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we're good. We don't have double white. Nice. All you, sir. If he kills it, what do we get? Has to be Omnath, right? Has to be Omnath. Yeah, definitely Omnath. Because Omnath, we can start drawing cards. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hero of Dominaria, sure. If he tucks, Kaheera can kill it, which is nice. A timing pun. Oh, you clever girl. He's got 3 cards in hand. Now he can represent Settle the Wreckage or... Is there a better 2-drop to get? Creeping Trailblazer or Brushfire Elemental? So the innocent little hell. It's just an innocent little hellhound. Or is it? Alright. 9. Well, this will be lethal if it works. Let's find out, shall we? He can make a 3/3 shark. And he will. Who's he blocking? Yep. Well, I guess I better get this in whilst I can. Blue. Okay, down to lethal even if he tucks the Cavalier, so let's see what happens. He's got the Wrath, so what do we get here? Omnath hits for 1, Risen Reef draws cards. Let's get Omnath. Then, as we know, we can Omnath, ping him for 1, sack the Omnath, get Cavalier of Flame, and hopefully finish him off. Hold that thought. Then again, I assume my opponent has counterspells in hand by now. So this might not work. We might just be dead, but the option is there. So let's try it. Is there something better to get? No, not yet anyways. Do I have red mana open? Let's make sure we have the maximum amount of red mana open here. We could go beat aggressive mode, or we could just Shazam. Oh, if only they gain trample too, right? How sweet would that be? Ooh. Yes, Cavalier of Flame. Another Shark Typhoon. How many Shark Typhoons is that? 1, 2, 3. He found all 3. More power to you, opponent. Alright, so we're going to bring in Chandra's, Mystical Dispute, Negate, all that good stuff. He can tuck it, which is really annoying. Is this leaves the battlefield or dies? Dies. Yeah, I guess leaving the battlefield would open it up to blinking abilities. There's only 2 lands in the graveyard, so yeah, there it goes. You got it. He did. Oh, there be the song. Ah, boy. Well, let's hold it. Good start. Good start. But we'll see how it goes. I wonder if that is a Doomscar, a Saw It Coming, or a Behold the Multiverse. Boop. It's just a Risen Reef. Come on, opponent, what you got? Show me what you got. You got it. Yep. Saw it coming. Or again, maybe it's something else. Maybe it is Doomscar. Maybe it's If only this were Cavern of Souls. How awesome would that be? Okay. I'm gonna continue to hold this land. Well, because if it's, Omnath, Brushfire Elemental, whatever. Still a lot of live draws here. Even Scampering Scorcher could do it. Oh, Mr. 7/7. All 4 Shark Typhoons. All 4 in the top 30. Buddy, you should play Is It Phoenix with that kind of luck. Brushfire Elemental, save me. Save me, Brushfire Elemental. You're my only hope. At least I know there's no more sharks coming. Ow. That'll do. Well, Actually, no. Technically, we have one more turn. Never give up. Never give up. Never surrender. I don't care if he has 6 cards in hand. They could all be lands. At least one of them is. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay, so about as cliche as it comes. So I was like, why am I looking at Aether Gust? Alright, so then we shall get rid of... Don't need the Yasharns in this matchup. I think, honestly, I'm going to take out the Pyres. Are we, though? I like the Pyres. I like that they make everything into live. I don't know if we need the Trailblazer, but... Man, it's fun. I hate taking out threats against control decks because any threat can win the game, but 5 more cards to go. It's like I want the early game stuff. I want the late game stuff. I want it all. I just want everything. I'm just going to ship it back 65 cards. No, in all honesty, probably just do Trailblazers and 1 Pyre. I could see taking out something like Leafkin Druid, but need the mana. We'll keep the 1 Pyre, the Miser's Pyre, but we'll just keep it a little closer to the ground. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, so this is Resolve Chandra and Hope. We were close though. Very, very close, but close matters not in a control matchup. Sure. It's all about that Hellhound. It is all about that Hellhound, about that Hellhound, about that Hellhound, and it's all about that Hellhound, about that Hellhound, about that Hellhound. Come on, opponent. It's not difficult. Keep an adequate number of lands, a Wrath, and a Teferi, and all 4 Shark Typhoons. Boom. There's the hand. It's gonna be... Cut the 1 Pyre. Beautiful. Unfortunately, my land's going to come into play tapped turn 2, which is going to set us back quite a bit, but who knows, we might rip something. Or it might just be another one of those. Boop! So next turn we'll go Tangled Florahedron into Leafkin Druid. We're missing our blue mana here. That's not helping. We might have needed something that's just a pinch more aggressive here. This turn I might just turn the Leafkin Druid into a Risen Reef to try to get something else going here, but we'll see what we draw. If we draw our 4th land, then it's an easy windmill slam on this Cavalier. No blue mana for that bad boy. Yeah, let's try the Pyre of Heroes, see what happens there. That worked. Yep. Let's go get Risen Reef. Flash and Aven Mind Sensor. No! Oh, I mean, I'm not going to complain about a red source, but kind of needed something else here. Kind of needed that blue source, you know? If we don't draw a land, next turn's definitely going to be turning the Akoum Hellhound into a Brushfire Elemental in the hopes of hitting a land. All about triggering that Risen Reef, baby. Blue mana would be nice at some point. Okay. He's still representing Saw It Coming. I do still like this plan. Because we drew the land, but it's a forest. I kind of don't want it. So let's go get Brushfire Elemental. Another Risen Reef, okay. Let's pull over the Kaheera. We are not going to attack with the Risen Reef in case there is a Shark Typhoon hiding in there. Now, if my opponent untaps and wraths, we can then win this slime. Hey, what are the odds? Who could have seen it coming? I don't even play Saw It Coming, and I saw it coming. Sure. Nissa who shakes the world. Okay. Yeah. The land shall conquer you. Ow, ow. Well, that's pretty good. Elemental. How best to proceed? He's obviously not going in on the Wrath plan. So I think we can just go Risen Reef into Kaheera. It's not the worst idea ever. Just start getting some value going here. Okay. I can dig it. We still don't have blue mana, like real blue mana. Yep. Nice. If he blocks the Risen Reef, I am okay with this. But he won't. Now again, if he goes in on the Wrath, which would be fine, then we just windmill slam the Cavalier of Thorns. Indeed. We don't have a 4-drop to be able to go get, well, I could turn Risen Reef into an Omnath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we'll have the blue mana available for negate, which is nice. Do I want to trade a Risen Reef for this forest? Oh, never mind. He's not going to give me the option. Fair enough. Alright. So we've got the Fabled Passage. We've got the Breeding Pool. Do we want to get the Omnath? I could trade... No, I don't want to trade the Kaheera for the Omnath. I could trade a Risen Reef for the Omnath. Or I could just play another one. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Let's play that tapped. Untapped, excuse me. I think I'll just play the second Risen Reef, sack the second Risen Reef, and go get Omnath. I like this. I like this a lot. lost track of if it was on or off. My bad. Alright. So he's at 5. Bailed out again by... Alright, so 6 mana. Sure. Okay. So, 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tangled Florahedron. Cloudkin Seer. Nice. Two, three, four. Wait a minute. 1. Okay. Let's go get Omnath back. Yeah, still gonna be Omnath. Should have 2 basics left, just the perfect number. Let's draw some cards real quick. Okay. Okay. And let's see if he's got Aether Gust.
Let's make this quick. I've got other things to burn. Hope it's not too hot for you.
Let's just give him the emblem and go from there. Yep. I could have shot down the breeding pool, but yeah, nah, we gotta kill this opponent quick. The good news is, yep. There is good news here, I believe. Yep, down to 2. Can't believe he gets bailed out by Shark Typhoons. No time for a break. What cards I got left? 25. Plenty. Trying to find that Cavalier. Turn the Omnath into him next turn. He did not choose to tuck the Chandra. Interesting. Sure. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, I was like, where's he going with this? He's a die in his upkeep unless I'm missing something. Alright, so everything seemed good there. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I didn't see anything crazy or new. It seemed like all the basic stuff, so... Do I want the Lord back? Is it better than... Nah, it's not better than land drops, and it's not better than acceleration, so... We'll just keep him out for now. Opponent's sideboarding a little bit. We'll just stay on the ramp to, We'll just stay on the ramp to Chandra plan. Sorry. Yes, this seems quite good. Sure. It does stink that I don't have the ability to play the Chandra for a bit, but we'll get there. It's not an aggressive start. Play the Leafkin Druid. It's either going to grow spiral or censor. Either is acceptable. Okay. If I had double red, I might be tempted to just like double drop 2 drops next turn and then try to ramp to that Chandra, but I imagine opponent probably brought in some Aether Gusts after seeing Chandra. I don't know why he wouldn't have already, but you never know. Baffling End. Sure. It's got 2 mana open. Have we seen a single censor? That'll be good someday. I don't think we have we? Well, let's find out, shall we? Something's holding stick. Nope, maybe not. Okay, well this is looking a little worse with no red mana. All the red mana in this deck, and I cannot find any. Shark Typhoon, got it. Yep. So next turn we're just going to spam elementals. I mean, I have nothing else to do. Then maybe go Kaheera if we don't hit what we need to hit. Yasharn. Oh, it takes very good. Okay, well, that's better, I suppose. My elemental's bigger. Nice. Let's get that red source, please. There goes the only Pyre, so no reason to worry about that anymore. If he does kill the Cavalier, I'm just going to put the Fabled Passage on top. Try to get that red and just Chandra like my life depends on it. Okay, nope. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We don't want to play any lands until we do this first. So let's start here. Hellhound, sure. I guess that's pretty good. We still don't know if he plays Censor, do we? Better play the Omnath first, just in case he does. Well. Yeah, I better play the Hellhound. Nice. Okay. I sense a Wrath coming. If a Wrath comes, I guess we'll just get Omnath. Could get Funeral Pyre. There it is. Or Risen Reef. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. We'll take Risen Reef. Sure. Yeah. Risen Reef into Risen Reef. I'm gonna hold up the negate. I sense a Planeswalker or something crazy coming. I could be wrong, could be like a coma. No. Attempt to say no. I'm just gonna keep going to Value Town here. Draw some cards, do some crazy things. Another negate, always a welcome addition. There we go. There's our double red for next turn. Keep the value going, baby. Mystical Dispute, love it. Mystical Dispute, love it. Nice. Get him. Alright, so Scampering looks like it's our setup for next turn. We still have a negate. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can afford another Risen Reef. It's about to get crazy up in here. We got to keep at least... I have a mountain I can fetch, so we have to make sure that we keep that open. Another Chandra, sure. Alright, so the Leafkin is going to have to tap here, unfortunately. Elemental, okay. How many cards I got left? 19. Okay. I gotta be careful I don't deck myself here. And you know what? We're gonna... Yeah, I was gonna say, you're dead, dude. You are so beyond dead, it's not even funny. I was like, what I was doing was I was putting on the full control. Let me view the battlefield here. So, what we were going to do. So this guy's going to give everybody haste. What I was going to do, throw on full control, activate Fabled Passage, get that last basic before it ends up on the battlefield tap, since I already have one in my hand. Everybody on my team is going to get haste, and that's it. Elementals you control gain haste. I mean, we're already at beyond lethal, so yeah, there you go. There you go. Alright, we're back for the wrap-up, and you know what? Fresh off of a Boreal Grazer week, I'm not gonna lie, it felt good to smash in there with a 3-0, and geez, alright. Pyre Elementals is the real deal. Now, whether or not you want to go with Pyre of Heroes, you can... 2 felt like a good number, because you never want more than 1, surprisingly. Our board, if our board is that... I guess I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say you never want more than 1, but they can get pretty cluttery, and you kind of have a pretty good plan A without Pyre of Heroes, so... I think 2 is a good number. 3 may be ideal, but I like 2. I actually didn't hate... I mean, that just won us that last match against Bant, although it looked like they had nothing going on, so maybe we would have won that one regardless. But still, I like Scampering Scorcher. It's just a way to develop the board, and then, oh, oopsie, everyone has haste, kill you. You know, Cloudkin Seer, again, just a way to use Pyre of Heroes to continue developing and find a 4-drop. I mean, this guy's purpose is literally just to turn into Omnath with Pyre, so... Not the worst. I mean, you guys saw it. That was fantastic. I mean, I don't know. That first match was, we got Ruinous Ultimatumed, but that was all the opponent wanted to do because he just scooped it up. I think this deck definitely is powerful. This is very powerful. It was fun. I love playing Omnath. It's been a long time since previous standard where I got to run this team together. So this is the real deal. I like it. I feel like it can tango with pretty much anyone right now just because of the engine within. So whether or not you want to run Pyre or just straight up run Elementals, that is entirely up to you, but that was fantastic. Alright, that is all for me. I will see everybody later.